One, two, three, four, five.
Tyler, you're here at the NFL premiere, NFLPA rookie premiere. Gotta get the name right. And a lot of names, a lot of sponsors of businesses, and getting to know that side. And you having 3 degrees, that's a big thing for you. Is that good for you to kind of learn the business side of the NFL?
Yeah, no doubt. I think the whole point of this, event is to develop those relationships with those, companies, corporations, a lot of the people here, teammates, guys you're playing against. So it's been a lot of fun. And then I think, the degrees I've had, political science, criminal justice, business. I think it's applicable to everything here. Some not, maybe criminal justice, political science, not really, but the interacting with everybody has helped for sure.
Just curious about those three degrees that you got. Was it just, I got to try something different, I'm trying to make it through college and play football, or you were actually very interested in all 3 of these?
Yeah, so my dad was a cop, and he did SWAT part time as well. Soft check. Yeah, so he was a cop for 25 years in San Diego and in Arizona. So that was kind of the initial interest with that. I actually did some ride-alongs, wanted to do maybe be a federal agent. That kind of, once football kind of kept going on, I started to fall in love with the process of coaching and teaching and mentoring and everything like that. And that's kind of where my master's came in from there.
But being out here on the West Coast, you're pretty close to home, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Arizona. Not too far away. Definitely some familiar faces, familiar spots as well. Can't beat the Mexican food either. Yeah. So it's good to be back over here.
And speaking of your family, everybody saw the video of your dog going nuts and having a good time. I guess, do you get questions about your dog all the time?
Yeah. She's definitely a hot topic, especially after that. And I mean, it was crazy because she was like literally passed out the whole day. She was just chilling because we were hanging out, and then everybody started cheering and being excited. So she was getting in and on it. It was pretty funny.
What's her name?
Her name's Murphy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a golden retriever.
How old?
About 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very animated, energetic dog. But Tyler, speaking of names, am I going to pronounce your name right? Tyler Shough?
Shough, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, it's like a K at the end, right?
Yeah, it should be Shuck, but it's some European, Scottish. I don't know, man. It's hard to say, but once you learn it, it's pretty easy.
Do you get tired of people butchering your name?
No, I mean it's literally impossible to pronounce if you don't know it, so it's all good.
Okay, that's a good mindset to have,
Yeah.
Tyler. But being in New Orleans, obviously on the other side, we're not too much the other side of the country, but you're from Arizona. But being in New Orleans, how's that been for you so far?
It's been good, a lot of fun. I think it's obviously drastically different. The humidity. Different environment. You're close to the Gulf. You're down there, and it's the people are awesome. The food's obviously really really good. So everything's like different in a great way. And I've just kind of been there the past couple of days really early, past couple of weeks, excuse me. I wanted to go there, get acclimated, meet some of my new teammates, and just get started on everything. So it's been really good, and I'm excited to get back.
And you're probably able to answer this question being from Arizona, but people always say they prefer the dry heat desert than the humidity in the summer. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, summers in Arizona are really bad though. So it's kind of pick your poison. It's definitely when it gets to like 117, 120, that's hot. But in general, I do think humidity is worse just because you're always sticky or wet. But yeah, we'll see though. I'm about to find out. Talk to me in a couple of months. I know I've heard it's pretty legit. So we'll see.
Well, Tyler, working with Kellen Moore, he's the first year head coach in New Orleans. But just picking his brain so far. It's been a couple of weeks so far, and maybe you got to talk to him during the draft lead-up. But just getting to know him, how's that been?
Been very good. Yeah, I mean he's extremely smart. I think he's done it at multiple teams. At different levels. College, high school, pro. Coaching, playing, like, what doesn't matter. I think he's had success everywhere he's been, and that's really cool. And just the person he is, the people he surrounds himself with, I think is one of his greatest strengths. Just the whole coaching staff is really, really good, and I'm excited to continue to learn from them.
Do you still keep in contact with Justin Herbert?
I haven't talked to him in a while. That was more, right after the draft when he got drafted a couple years ago. We kind of connect every now and then about golf tournaments or stuff like that. But no, I mean we've been so busy with our own journeys.
Yeah, I asked because Kellen Moore got to coach Justin for a year with the Chargers. So I was wondering maybe if Kellen has told you about the way he used them, or even Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, no, Kellen and I talked about him and that kind of part Oregon and his whole experience there, and that was really cool. I mean, it helps when you're watching Justin Herbert, and Dak Prescott, and Jalen Hurts on film. those guys are really high-level players, so it makes the plays look really good, and it's easy to learn from.
Have you had a moment to kind of stop and soak in the whole being drafted? Because you were in college for 7 years,
Yeah.
a lot of injuries, and a lot of challenges along your journey. But to be a second round pick and be in New Orleans, has that kind of been something you've stopped and soak it in?
I mean, you try to, every single day and appreciate it, no doubt. And I'm super grateful for it just because I got that perspective of not knowing if I was going to play. And I know, deep down inside of me that I can be as good as I want to be in my mindset. And, for me, it hasn't really hit some days because I'm just like going from back to back to back things. And I got to New Orleans pretty early, and it was like right after, a couple days after the draft, and I started working out at Tulane. And so it's definitely busy, but I mean, what else would you want to be doing, man? I love it.
Was there anybody going into the team that you knew already?
Oh yeah. There's a couple former Oregon guys, Jawan Johnson, Ugo Amadi, a couple Texas Tech guys on the staff that I knew as well, and Ziad. There were some weird connections for sure down the line, and yeah, I'm really excited to work with them.
So I'm guessing when you got the call from the Saints and they were the team to take you, were you not surprised because you knew about those connections, or was it something that?
No, man. I mean, I was pretty surprised just because I hadn't heard from them obviously since our visit. So I think usually that's a good thing if you don't hear anything from them. I'm not sure though. So after I left there, I was like, man, this would be a really, really, really good scenario. Just the people there, the whole staff. It was very attractive, and I love the system as well. So once it finally happened, it was like a huge weight off the chest because I was like, man, this would be good. And they were on the clock, and it finally happened, and it was awesome.
You got a chance to maybe get to know some of your fellow rookie classmates in New Orleans, like Kelvin Bex Jr.
Yeah, that's probably been one of my favorite parts about this whole rookie mini camp process. Coming in, getting to know everybody, just Kelvin, Devin, Danny, Maliki, who are new from the Senior Bowl. One of my teammates from Louisville, Quincy, Fadil. Like all these guys are awesome, and I think that makes it easy when you're coming in and getting to work with these guys. It makes it a lot more fun.
And Tyler, you mentioned about the degrees and your interests, but did you play any other sports growing up or any other hobbies that you had?
Yeah, I played baseball in high school outside of football as well. Loved it. I was actually probably a baseball first kid growing up, and I had a good arm, and then kind of picked up quarterback in like middle school, and then just fell in love with that. So.
Were you a big D-backs fan?
Oh yeah. Big D-backs fan. I love the purple.
Throwbacks?
Yeah, the throwbacks are sick. It was tough, man, when they lost the World Series a couple of years ago. It's always fun rooting those guys on.
Do you remember the Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling days?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got, like, bobbleheads of them still, I think.
That's pretty cool. Tyler, one more question, kind of random, but there's, like, the topic about, flag football being in the Olympics, and can NFL players play in it or not? I guess, do you have an opinion? Do you want to see NFL players part of it? Do you not really care?
Oh, man, I think it would be pretty cool, especially just competing at a worldwide level. I think a lot of guys would definitely be interested for sure just to go out there and do it. I don't know. I think it would be an awesome opportunity, and I don't know if I would do it to start, but that would be pretty fun, though.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.